Okay, so this example is a little bit different than the previous one. In this case, I'm asking you to determine what the vertical asymptotes are. And in this one, there's only one vertical asymptote. The first thing to check is if it's reduced, and it is. You can't reduce this function. 2 over x minus 5 is already reduced. I'll do another one in another example where you have to reduce it, but here's an easy warm-up one for now. So remember, the vertical asymptote, after the function is reduced, the vertical asymptote is located at any value of x, which causes the denominator to be equal to 0. So it's very similar to find the domain. So in fact, on this one, the vertical asymptote is x equals 5. And if you want to take a minute to type that in your calculator, just to check out what the graph looks like, you're welcome to do that, but I'll sketch it here quickly. The graph of this function looks something like this. My calculator shows a vertical line at 5. Now remember, that's not actually part of the graph. That's where the asymptote is, so that's an imaginary part of the graph. And the curve looks like this. So the graph of this given function is actually these two curves on either side of the vertical asymptote. And in fact, I don't know if anyone cares at this point, but this one does have a horizontal asymptote right here. But we'll get to that more in another example. But for right now, for this particular example, all I asked you for was the vertical asymptote. So you do not need to sketch them. You can if you want, but the vertical asymptote for this one is just x equals 5.